Tomorrow night's presidential debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris will take place in Philadelphia, in a state that could prove to be the deciding factor in the race for the White House. Lisa Desjardins takes us inside one Pennsylvania county with a track record of picking the winner, a place both parties think could signal how the state and possibly the country could vote.
Drive down a gravel road just past a cornfield, and you will find how Vice President Harris plans to win the election.
If someone says, they're concerned about reproductive health care, you want to talk about Kamala Harris's opinions on that.
In swing Northampton County, Pennsylvania, Democratic volunteers meet weekly to strategize before hitting the streets and pushing every way they can for Harris.
Hello, my name is Vanessa, and I'm a volunteer with the Harris campaign. There's a lot of enthusiasm since Kamala Harris got into the race for getting out and voting for her, but I think people are very, concerned. It's such a close race.
Help people get involved, Lord, and help people work to save America.
Several miles away in Northampton County, Republicans too are gathering for voter outreach. In one room, we see the span of the MAGA coalition, some focused on Trump as a strong leader, at least two others on conspiracies. Among the things this woman told us is that Joe Biden is actually dead, replaced by a fake. For Rodney Nace, it's about Trump's track record. He voted for Barack Obama once, but is now all in on Donald Trump.
He's very, very outspoken. I could be too if I get wound up, but he gets the job done. And when he gets the job done, it was always for the betterment of the country.
Of the 3,000 counties in the country, just 25 of them voted with the winner in the last 4 presidential elections. Of the tiny amount in swing states, Northampton County was the closest in 2020. It voted for Joe Biden by less than 1 point.
These are the steel stacks.
Lifelong resident Carlos Diaz grew up with the lights of the Bethlehem steel plant.
Every night, blue flames would shoot out of that. And you would hear the clanging and the banging, and there was always like a shh, 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 that never stopped.
That was your childhood, all the time.
That was the soundtrack to my childhood for sure.
That was in the 80s, but within years, the plant shut down, snuffing out thousands of jobs that were the town's economic lifeline.
Did those jobs ever come back?
No. They shifted a portion of them down to Maryland, but the majority of them were lost and gone for good.
Carlos is a truck driver and a lifelong Democrat voting for Harris. Like her, he opposes abortion bans, and as the father of a son with autism, he was appalled at attacks on VP nominee Tim Walz's son, who has a nonverbal learning disorder. Perhaps most of all, Carlos sees the working class at stake.
These people who are not part of the 1%, who are not corporations, why they would think it's in their economic self-interest to vote Republican is beyond me. I cannot comprehend that. Joe Biden went to a union picket line? How amazing was that? A sitting president on a union picket line. That just made my heart swell.
Northampton has an industrial draw. It's a key corridor between major East Coast cities. But it is also a compact version of the whole state, with urban areas like Bethlehem, lush rural farms, and middle-class suburbs.
Who says that?
Like in Easton, where Jackie Kroll today is watching her grandson. A retired school teacher, she's centered on family and her faith.
I am voting for Donald Trump. It's policy over personality for me. I'm a conservative Christian, and he aligns, the party aligns much more with my ideals as a Christian as the Democratic Party.
She is Republican and anti-abortion and applauds Trump for his role in overturning Roe v. Wade. The matriarch of a family of wrestlers, she opposes transgender women playing in women's sports.
Oh, there's my great-grandparents.
Oh, these are wonderful.
Jackie's politics are also rooted in family. Immigrant grandparents from Germany and Italy, once Democrats.
My grandmother used to say, when I was a little girl, Democrats are for the poor, Republicans are for the rich. If she were alive today, she would be a Republican, no question about it. Because the Democrat Party of her day is not the Democrat Party today.
Jackie blames Democrats and Harris for high prices from food to homes and for what she sees as a lower work ethic.
I'm very work hard, don't expect the government to take care of you, do what you have to do for your family. Doesn't mean you're going to be millionaires, but you will have a comfortable living if you work hard.
That idea unifies this swing county, hard work. But the divide is everywhere, like at the popular Fagley's Brew Pub. At the bar, a veteran for Trump is struggling in this economy.
I haven't been able to finance a house because the rates are too high.
A few feet away, a group of hard nose on Trump see a threat to rights and democracy.
I generally just do not think that Mr. Trump could lead the country at all.
One thing we noticed, we did not find any Democrats for Trump, but we did meet Republicans against him.
What don't you like about Trump?
Where do I start?
Like Dolores Cole. We met her at that Republican event. She's been in the party 62 years and does not mince words about Trump, noting he's a convicted felon, or about Trump voters.
They just worship their God, who is Trump, and that's it. He can do no wrong, even though he does, so they don't think for themselves. I'm thinking for myself and for my country.
Love for country is evident here, along with strong divide over what that means. Like so much else in Northampton County, who wins here likely will come down to one thing: who works the hardest. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Lisa Desjardins in Northampton County, Pennsylvania.